जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर हरि जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर हरि यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन अंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे जय गौरानिता जय गौरानिता गौरानिता जय गौरानिता जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा गीता गौर हरि बोल बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर गौर प्रणानंदी हरि हरि बोल यांग विष्णुपाद परहंस परिवार अष्टोत्तर शतस्य श्रीमद् हे श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय यांग विष्णुपाद परहंस परिवार अष्टोत्तर शतस्य श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत गोस्वामी श्रील सरस्वती महाराज प्रभुपाद की, नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। अंतराज भागवतम की जय। ओम। Welcome to everyone. Srimad Bhagavatam class from Chicago. Sri Sri Kishore Kishore. As usual, we will continue Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 47, text number 9 and 10. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Janvarya Satanat Itarata Sasarta Savigyan Surat Ene Brahma Vriti Adi Kavaye Munti Yasuraya Yajuvari Mudamyata Vina Isargamsa Dhamna Sena Sada Krupam Satyam Param Dhimai Nigama Kalpotara Palam Sukam Kadrabya Samitam Jivata Bhagavatara Samalam Bhuraho Rasika Bhuvivavuka नष्टा प्रायश भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्ति भवति नैष्टिकी। ओम नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। So please repeat, try to repeat. इति गोप्य हि गोविन्दे गतवाक्काय मनसः कृष्णदूते समायाते उद्धवे त्यक्त लौकिका इति गोप्यो हि गोविन्दे गतवाक्काय मानसः कृष्णदूते समायाते उद्धवे त्यक्त लौकिकः इति गोप्य हि गोविन्दे गतवाक्काय मानसः कृष्णदूते समायाते उद्धवे त्यक्त लौकिकः गोप्य हि गोविन्दे गतवाक्काय मानसः कृष्णदूते समायाते उद्धवे त्यक्त लौकिकः। इति गोप्य हि गोविन्दे So, right? apex. Okay. So what meaning? Iti das gopyaha the gopis. He indeed Govinde and Govinda Gata focusing back their speech Kaya bodies Manasaha and minds Krishna Dute the messenger of Krishna Samayate having arrived and joined them Uddhave Uddhava Yakta putting aside Lokikaha worldly affairs. Translation by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada's disciple. Yeah. Thus speaking, the gopis, whose words, bodies, and minds were fully dedicated to Lord Govinda, put aside all their regular work. Now that Krishna's messenger, Sri Uddhava, had arrived among them, constantly remembering the activities their beloved Krishna had performed in his childhood and youth. They sang about them and cried without shame. Purport. The word Balayaho here indicates that ever since their childhood, the gopis had been completely in love with Krishna. Thus, even though social customs dictated that they did not reveal their love to others, they forgot all external consideration and wept openly before Krishna's messenger Uddhava. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले साक्षात् कृष्णसागरं श्रीविशाखनितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त नमस्ते तप्ता काञ्चनी गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी पुष्पवाणी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये हंसाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुयेव च भावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि पूर्वक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पुङ्गुलङ्घयति गिरिं गुरुदेव दीनतारिणे तत्कृपातमं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्. So this verse is revealing the depth of love of gopis for Krishna without considering external things. This is very, very advanced stage. So, when now you are in the beginning stage, someone is in the Madhyamadikari stage, someone is Uttamadikari stage, Maharaj and everything. So, beyond this, there is another state that Gopis, Gopi Bhava. Gopi Bhava Rasamrita Kallola Magna Mugur Vande Rupa Sanatana Vijuru Sri Jiva Gopalaku. These 6 Goswamis in Vrindavan, they are always in ecstatic mood of gopis. Kallola Magna Mugur. They are every time they are wrapped in their hearts of Krishna. They are not seeing anything external to wow, although they are seeing everything outside, but they are always thinking of Krishna. So, same condition here like gopis. Now, gopis, they came to know, oh, Uddhava, the messenger, has come. The messenger of Krishna. Krishna Dute is a very nice word here. Krishna Dute. Ah, beautiful description. The messenger of Krishna. So like Srila Prabhupada used to say, I am not going to give anything from outside, so whatever it has been there, it is coming from true disciplic successor, that I am going to provide. The same way, just like we are just like the postman. Postman, mail delivery person, he comes every day. He is just delivering the mail. He, as it is, somebody has written something, and that he is giving you without changing anything. That is why we have Prabhupada gave the name of the Bhagavad as it is. As it is means without any change. Originally what it was there. He didn't give his own opinion. No. He gave the statements for the tradition, like Vaishnava Acharyas, and from different scriptures it has been mentioned. Those things which was given, which has been represented by Prabhupada. That is why the Bhagavad Gita and Prabhupada's all Vedic literature, whatever Prabhupada we have, it is selling in a very just like a hot cake in the market. Why? Because we are presenting Krishna as it is, without any deviation. So here the gopis, that means Dasa, Uddhava. Uddhava is the Krishna's messenger. He has brought some message from Krishna for them, for the gopis. So now gopis, the stage of gopis, what is their love? It has been described here. Because they have dedicated everything for the sake of Krishna. Body, kaya, body, and mind. Okay? Kaya, mano, vakya. Body, mind, and words. Everything they have sacrificed for Krishna. For what? For Krishna service. So, yeah. So for Krishna service, we can do like that. You can say, then how can I dedicate my body? Body, how you are serving to Krishna? Because you are mopping the floor, or you are sometimes cleaning the utensils in kitchen. Pujari is there doing duty service by moving around hands, everything, and putting dress, everything. So like that, this is the way you can you can engage your body in the service of Krishna. Then, not only that, you can utilize your body, physical body, for the service of Krishna only. If you are a married person, you have a wife, you can create kids or any son or daughter as much as you can, but provided they should be Krishna consciousness. There is no problem. Okay? So that way you can utilize your body. So therefore this is Kayena Vachasa Manisandriya. There is a very nice verse. Narayana Sakales Parasmai Samarpeti Tat Yat Tat. Srimad Bhagavatam is stating Kayena Vachasa Manisandriya. Kaya, this body, Manasa, mind. Then we will come to stage of mind. Our mind, Bhagavatam is stating, Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, what is mind? What is mind? Your mind is always flickering here and there. It's going there and there. Is mind. Although you are sitting here, your mind is somewhere other place. Why? And so Srimad Bhagavatam is telling, Chanchalahi mana, that is in Bhagavad Gita, Chanchalahi mana Krishna. So this mind is very, very prickles. It is, even if you can control your air, however you cannot control your mind. That is the very unstable, very prickles. So this mind, how to control the mind? Question is how to control, how to engage in the service of Krishna. So mind can be only controlled is through mantra. Man means mind, atra means control. You can control your mind with mantra. Then what mantra you have to use? Always say holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just concentrate what you are speaking. Just try to listen what you are speaking. If you do this, you will achieve all perfection. Then this way you can control your mind. Although your mind is moving here and there, you are not able to control. Every time you are getting restless. Suppose you have a fight with somebody. How will you do? Like this, you are very much agitated. Why that person told me like this? Because keep on thinking all those things, all rubbish things. So, why? This mind is not controlled. So only the best way to control the mind is just chant holy name of Lord. So here gopis, they were always constantly thinking of Krishna. How? From their childhood, they are in love with Krishna. Now they are now grown up, they are young and beautiful. So, yeah, they were loving in the childhood time to Krishna. And Krishna, while he was growing up, and Krishna was in Kaishwara stage, Yovana stage, still they were loving. Their love was so much so that they cannot give up any thoughts of Krishna. That stage will come to everyone. When you will be always constantly in service of Krishna, then what will happen? You will always think, oh, Kishori, our Pujari is like that. Our Lila Manjari Mata is thinking, oh, today Pujari, what I do? So many, I have to offer. Who will offer this prasadam, breakfast prasadam? This is called anxiety for Krishna. This is the highest stage. That is required. You should be worried for Krishna. How to feed him, how to Like that, this the mother Yashoda always was very anxious. Oh, Krishna has gone to the forest. He has not taken his umbrella. So it will be so many scratching sun. How tender skin of Krishna will be able to tolerate that? So why is Krishna is not coming back? It is almost like 5 o'clock. So he should return from forest. This is called anxiety. Huh? This is all. That is why Prabhupada says we have to make ourselves as Krishnaized, electrolyzed. Now, when you are giving some electric current to this will become charged, fully charged. So your mind, you have to chant such a vigorous way, constantly keep on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If you keep on chanting, what will happen? A stage will come, you will have what? Your whole body will be spiritualized. Like it will be surcharged with spiritual potency. So similarly, you have to Krishnaized. Always think of Krishna. Let us not allow any mundane thought to come to our mind. Chandramani Maharaj used to say, mind is rascal, number one. So how to remove that rascal? Our predecessors, Acharya, our Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has told, what you have to do? Take the shoe of a Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava, hit with your head, like 100 times. Okay? Then this rascal mind will go. So, like that. Do in the morning time, do in the evening time. Then you will be, you will not have any mundane thoughts. Then you will be satisfied with Krishna. That is what gopis they are. Always thinking of Krishna. Oh, Krishna has gone to the forest without, he has not taken his shoe. How he will be walking on the forest? There are so many small pebbles, small thorn. So even if you are so much accustomed with your shoes, even you cannot walk. During Rath Yatra time, some devotees I have seen, they are taking so much painstaking. So they keep their shoes somewhere. So they used to pull the chariot on the street. I have seen practically in Detroit, 2 brahmacharis. Oh my God, that road was so hot. You cannot walk, with barefoot. So hot, it will burn. Your skin will burn out. But these 2 brahmacharis, they were not wearing anything. And I requested them, okay, please, Prabhu, you do something. Take your shoes. And they are not listening because they have taken vow. That is called austerity. Why one should do one austerity? Sivananda, why we should do austerity? Yeah, austerity. Not to have such rascals. Good. So that means, yes, Jayabalda Prabhu, why you should do austerity? Voluntarily take some problems, voluntarily take some troubles for Krishna, not for your sense enjoyment. So why you should do that? You want to destroy yourself? Yeah. So austerity. Yes, Mataji. Why you want to do some austerity? To remember Krishna more? Okay, good. Yes. To purify yourself. What you have to do? To purify yourself. Austerity is required. That is why in Janmashtami, no drop of water is some devotees they don't take. They remain fasting till midnight. Ekadasi day, take 1 time prasadam. Lunch prasadam only. No more night eating, no more morning eating. No, you only drink a glass of milk in the night. Why? You have to do austerity. Some devotees, they do nirjala. Means they don't take any water even. Why? Because then your senses will be controlled. Then your mind will not agitated. It will calm and quiet, just like the ocean. Pacific Ocean, very calm and quiet. So, this is austerity, that's why it is required. Anyway, so this is about the mind. How will you serve in mentally? Mentally to Krishna. When Krishna is, suppose you are away from there, and how will you serve Krishna? You know, physically you cannot serve. So then you can use your mind. Oh, mentally, oh, now I am offering my obeisances to Prabhupada. I am attending Guru Puja. I am attending Bhagavatam class. I am attending. I am paying my obeisance to Kishore Kishori. Like this is mental, like Avanti Brahmana. In Bhagavatam, there is one Brahmana was there. He is, he was from South India. Now, mentally, he was thinking, oh, he has made a very nice, hot payas. Payas, you know what? What is payas? As you know, they make some sweet rice, in the kitchen for Krishna. That's called payas. Then sweet rice. So, mentally, he's thinking, oh, it must be hot. He was touching like that. Whether it is hot, I cannot offer to Krishna. Then he saw, my hand is burnt. Yes, it was burnt. Krishna was reciprocating him. Mentally, he was doing some service to Krishna. Yeah. Kayena vachasa, mane vachasa. In the word also you can serve Krishna. How? By preaching others. Tell something about Krishna. Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna. Upadesh. If you happen to see anybody, if he doesn't know anything about Krishna, Lord Chaitanya says, you just tell like that. If you suppose you are a Swananda Prabhu, you are going outside and for book distribution or selling books. So how you have seen so many devotees, they say, like our Vaisheshika Prabhu is very expert in selling books. I have seen practically. In Denver one time he was with us. So he was telling, hi, how are you? Like that, no? Like it. Then they'll bring their attention. Yes. Hey, what is your name? You look very nice. You have a very nice cap. Something. You have to glorify them. Just to bring the attention towards you. Then finally you can say, I'm interested to give you some little gift. Would you accept? So anybody, they may say, he is a very demonic. He may say, no. By seeing some Krishna devotee, they say, sure like that. But you have to apply some tricks, how to inject Krishna consciousness in their mind. Then if he is a little gentleman, then so you can give a book, small book. Then he is a very good person. Do I have to pay you something? No, yes, okay. Whatever donation you can give. They make you. So if a good person is there, $5. I have a small book, Introduction to Bhagavad Gita. Or you may give what? He may give you $10. My Guru Maharaj used to say one time in O'Hare airport, one devotee was giving one book. He said, how much is this? No, okay, whatever donation you can. He gave, okay, $10. Is okay? He's asked, is okay? If you have something more, you can give. Then 20 is okay? Is it okay? If you have more, you can give. Then he gave $100. They are evil. So like that. So it is the act of speaking. Our Shankar Pandit is very expert in how to speak nicely. So like this. So this is Vachasa, by word, how to preach for Krishna. Kayena, body, mind, and words. How can you utilize your words to preach Krishna? Indriya. Then Manasa Indriya means all your senses you should engage in Krishna service. What senses you have? Kalpesh, how many senses you have? 5. What is that? To see, to look. Eyes, you have eyes. So you just come and see Krishna all the time. Oh, Krishna is so beautiful. Utilize your eyes like that. Then you have nose for smelling. Oh, whenever devotees they are throwing some flower, then you offer Prabhupada and then smell it. That way your smelling will be controlled. Then you hear. Ear is always hear about Krishna Katha. If someone is saying some Krishna Katha, Now, like you are very interested to sit in Bhagavatam class, use your ear. Then another is tongue. Tongue only eat Krishna prasadam. Make a vow. I don't want to take any restaurant food or any food which has not been offered to Krishna. I will only take prasadam. Suppose you are in traveling, you don't. How can you take prasadam? So then you buy some fruits and do some offering in mentally. If you don't have time, okay, Krishna, please allow me to take this. This is the prayer. What is the great things? If you don't know, you may say, no, I don't know any mantra. So what to do? So just take a banana and touch in your head. Krishna, please allow me to take this. That is become prasadam. Then you can eat. So like that, tongue is controlled in that way. Once tongue is controlled, all your senses will be controlled. Tare madhya jivati lobhamaya sudurmati. Taake jate kathina sansare. Whatever difficulty is there, everything, so everything will be controlled by tongue. Tongue has two business: to take prasadam, taste prasadam, and speak Krishna katha. If you can control this tongue, you will be perfect. You will achieve all perfection, all siddhis. All perfection you can get. Okay, so now gopis, they are to seeing what? What happened when they saw Uddhava in front of them. So then the way of talking about it, we have seen previous verses how they were very much in agony. They were very much, they were behaving as if, like in angry moods. They were saying so many things. But now Uddhava, what they are doing to Uddhava now? Before Uddhava, they are singing the pastime of Krishna. Oh, in the childhood time, Krishna was doing like this. We used to make him dance and to give him some butter. So Krishna, when Krishna was asking some butter, what gopis were doing? They are telling him, oh, if you have to dance, then only we can give you butter. Then Krishna used to dance according to their instruction. So like that, how? So all these loving pastimes, they were just thinking like that. And they are singing. And when they were singing, what happened? Sometimes when they are in the yacht, oh, Krishna took away our clothes and we are bathing inside the Yamuna. So he took out, so they were laughing sometimes, smiling sometimes. Then what happened? They sometimes, now they are getting, oh, in the Dasa dance, he was with us, we became the little ego, we had some little egoism. Egoism means, oh, Krishna is with me. So because of our proudness, what happened? Krishna disappeared. Then we saw him everywhere in every bush and every part of the forest. So they are thinking, and they were in Morris now. So Krishna, why did he do like this? He left us and he is not coming. He has sent the Buddha only. So like this, what? This is angry mood. So then they spoke everything very loudly. Sometimes they cried out very loudly. What it is written? They cried without shame. Without shame, they don't care anybody who is hearing. Usually in the village, in Indian villages, if anybody will able to know this girl is loving that boy, what will happen? What will happen? Nobody will marry her. Is it not? Here also. If you know that this girl is loving someone very intensely, and other boys, they will not marry him. It's the natural things. So that is why girls are very trickful, very tricky. They don't want to express their love openly. Although they may loving someone, they don't expose out. Because they are scared, oh, what will happen? If this boy will leave me, how can he get married to another person? That is why they hide everything inside. That is what is happening here. Gopis, they were hiding everything inside them because they are young virgins. So then they don't want to expose themselves that they are loving Krishna. But now a stage came when Akrura is there. Now they forgot every social customs. They didn't care whether anybody get married to us or not, whatever may happen to us, who cares? So they started crying loudly for Krishna. That is a stage when Kirtan goes on here. Like in Chaitanya Charitamrita it has been written. Because our friend Jai Baldev is very interested to narrate from Chaitanya Charitamrita. What it has been written. So when the advanced devotees, they dance in front of Krishna, what they do in Kirtan, they don't care. Sometimes Rodati, they cry. Hasati, they say sometimes laugh like a madman. They jump like anything. They don't care for the public whether they will, Sometimes when I was preaching in the Divan street, they used to say, hey, what, Hare Krishna devotees, they are just jumping like anything, and they are like wild, they becoming wild during kirtans. They should be silent, in the prayer. Then I said, oh, no, you don't know. This is because when you love somebody, you may do anything. You can do anything. So what is wrong? So unless you are very, very happy, you cannot dance. You have so many stresses in your mind. Can you able to dance? You may not be interested to speak with other, but to speak of dancing. So kirtan is like that. So that means those who are very advanced, they don't care for others. Sometimes they cry, sometimes they laugh, they become like a madman. Like I have seen one time in the morning, early morning in the Mangalarti times, our Maharaj had come, Maharaj Hanuprestha Maharaj, that his picture is here. Hanumata Prestha Maharaj was here. Oh, in the year Bangalarti was going on, he was holding his sticks, sannyas sticks. He was just like this in the back of this area of the Prabhupada, besides Prabhupada. You must have seen Prabhu, that's what Prabhu must have seen. So then he was Mangalarti times, he was dancing, anything like that. So like that, they forget about the external things. So similarly, gopis, they forget also external things. They don't care outside because their love was so intense. So intense. Okay? Like suppose a mother, baby, but one mother is there, small baby is there. Suppose the baby is going away from the, suppose they are traveling in the train. Suppose the baby is going towards the door. What will happen? Mother will sit there? No. She may not care, whoever is, whatever they are saying, they still jump. In the train in India, there is open door, no doors. So like so like that. So when the baby goes away, they may run away to catch him. Like that. So similarly, to serve Krishna, there is no question of same. Now, in the beginning, when I was a neophyte, when I was going to, when I was going on ISKCON center in Madras, and then they gave me one receipt book to collect some for Ratha Yatra from the others, from my friend circle, from anywhere I like. So there is a receipt book when I took from the temple president. What I should talk to whom I will appraise? I was feeling very shy. How can I ask? You are a student. I was a student in a college. So, you will feel very shy, how to ask others, Prabhu, can you give? Now you have something, you can do anything for Krishna. But in the beginning, you are feeling shy, I should not ask other money. How I should ask? What you may not be interested to give donation. So like that, so much shyfulness was there. Is it not? Then here, naturally, so many devotees they have in the beginning, neophyte stage, they have so much shyness. But slowly, this shyness go away. Is it not? That, if devotees are dancing, the newcomers, he may not be interested to dance. I'm fine. Like that. So like that, then slowly that will go away. Prabhupada, now we are saying when a devotee, one devotee is not interested to speak with another devotee. Why? Shyness is there, proudness is there. But when you will be, in advanced stage, what will happen? You will throw away all these things. All these things. Shyness, proudness, everything will go. Then he will say, Prabhu, how can I serve you? Okay? So even though he may not be interested to speak with you, Prabhu, can I take out your service? I can help you, assist in your service. Oh, you are doing so much things. Can I do that? That is what it will come. Like our Jitendra Prabhu has left everything. So he is going on the street, he will pick up one beer bottle, he will find, and he will throw into the garbage. This is not shyness. He doesn't have shyness. What will happen? If I will propose, oh, I am so much so that I should not do that, this street cleaning. I have so much money and so many things, influence, so many social position. So what will happen then? You are in Maya, you are in illusion. Okay, so we have to remove that illusion. That will be slowly it will be removed. Krishna Surya Sama, Mayar Naya Adhikar. Jahan Krishna, nahi nahi, Mayar Adhikar. So wherever Krishna is there, he is just like a sun. And wherever sunlight is there, there is no darkness. Wherever is Krishna, there is no question of illusion. Okay? Slowly it will go. Even when you will move towards Krishna, all your anarthas, everything will go away, run away, one after another. Okay? So I will stop here. Let us take some question, comment, or any correction. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the class and so much knowledge. The subject of the senses, the five senses and then the mind, it's just there's a lot to continue to speak about and talk about every day, just keep not only the five senses, but also the mind also, to keep the mind fixed on spirit rather than matter. So one thing that is so important is affection, because this word love is in the English dictionary is defined as affection, right? And when we look it up, it's affection, so much affection. But what we really look for is the satisfaction of Krishna's prema. And so it gets really confusing when they use the word love, the gopis love, when it's actually prema. And that prema is something that that's the only thing that will satisfy us, even though we may get affection from, other entities. But the only thing that would satisfy us is that prema. And it's so important to really focus on that and try to attain the realization of that prema. And I just thank you for touching on, how we have to use all our senses, for Krishna, or else it will go into the matter. So, thank you so much.
Good. Yeah, so we have to try, just like a baby. Small baby is trying to stand. Every time he is trying to stand, he is falling down. Again, he is taking another step. Again, we have to keep on like that. So, we have to improve our positions in Krishna consciousness. So, yeah, you said very nice point that attention, how it will come. That will come only through chanting, and taking prasadam. Two things. Take prasadam, that is why Prabhupada said, he made such a nice, wonderful program. Eat and dance. What else you want? Just take prasadam, then dance in front of Krishna. Yes, Kalpesh. Do you like this? Just eat Krishna prasadam and dance here. Forget about the whole world. Okay? All right. And Srimad Prabhu will accept you. Okay? Shave your head, everything, join. That's Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Yes. Yes. Anybody? Ekdam Matai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for class. A lot of great points. One of the main things just to remember is, well, for me, is with the gopis, they were trying to hide that prema for Krishna, not realizing who Krishna was. But at the end, they end up shamelessly showing it and crying and just, wanting to be with him. And then comparing to ourselves, here and now, can't compare ourselves nowhere near the gopis, but having that mood where you want to remember him and be shamelessly remembering him.
Mm-hmm.
And so we need to try to keep our mind engaged. And 100% it is japa, chanting, and taking prasadam, and having prompts around you. Even if you have a silent, you're not thinking anything, saying anything, you should be chanting, even quietly to yourself, to keep engaged. That's one thing that it helps me, when there's nothing to think about, nothing to talk about, chant quietly, even to yourself if you're done with your rounds, and find other ways to just have prompts to remember Krishna, since there's so many things externally trying to take us away. So that was just one comment.
Very nice. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for your class. You were mentioning that austerity is meant to purify us.
Mm-hmm.
Austerity is meant to purify us. And this reminds me of, because you basically answer my question. You said austerity shouldn't be performed for your own sense gratification, but austerity for Krishna and austerity for others. And so we see that basically, like last time you gave class that I was here, we were talking about like Dasa. He did the wrong thing for the right reason. He lied to the prostitute to elevate her. And but in most of our lives, we as practicing spiritualists, we maybe do the right thing for the wrong reason. Just like Jesus in the Bible, he says, when you give charity, now giving charity is also an austerity. He says, when you give into charity, do not sound trumpets as the hypocrites do in the streets, so they may have glory from men. But when you give charity, do not even let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your Father who sees in secret will himself reward you openly. So my question is how can we determine for ourselves? Because I'll read one last verse from the Gita. This is from the chapter 17, verse 18. So it says the same thing, basically, Jesus says. It says, penance or austerity performed out of pride and for the sake of gaining respect, honor, and worship is said to be in the mode of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. So how do we know that we're, when we do some devotional service, some austerities, we may not look for the respect, but sometimes we get the respect. And therefore, sometimes that wasn't our initial motive, but still, in this day and age, there's social media. You see the views, you see the likes, you see the followers, and therefore you kind of sway from devotional service. Your happiness goes down based on. So how do we know whether we're really, how can we stay stable, and how do we know whether we're doing the right thing for the wrong reason or the right thing for the right reasons?
Srimad Prabhu will answer very nicely. Prabhu, you tell something. You try.
Fine, I'll answer.
Okay.
It's a nice question, Jai Baladev Prabhu. In my experience, one of the things that we have to watch is our false ego. And our false ego gets tested in Krishna conscious left and right. We know that, it's just part of anartha nivritti. That when we're dealing still with conditions within the heart that we're still sort of conditioned by material nature, then when we get confronted with something that is not part of our, process, then our false ego gets challenged. And then how we react is what tells us, where we're at, you know. So in one sense, we have to be very, part of the purification process is just to be very internal and very introspective in terms of keeping an observance of how we dealing with things. And when we find ourselves, sort of having some type of negative emotion, or even a positive sometimes, Krishna say happiness and distress, or anger and, all that type of thing. We keep a tab on these things. I'm too elated when I get, like you often say that, oh, when people praise me, I'm very happy. And when people criticize me, I'm very unhappy. So, that type of fluctuation in emotion, we keep a tab on that, and see, okay, the whole thing about Krishna consciousness is equipoise. We have to hit that space of being equipoise on happiness and distress. So, we can expect ourselves, in most of us, that is still conditioned by the material nature. We can expect these things to pop in and pop out, this false ego stuff. But our part that we have to play is to be very introspective about it, and try to do our best to purify ourselves. Nice question.
Thank you. Okay, and one more thing I want to add, in this regard, just Subal Prabhu was telling you, that this actually, this rightness, wrongness, you said something right, saying wrong thing. So this duality in Bhagavad Gita, Dvanda Mohena Bharata. So this duality, wrong, goodness, bad things, cold, hot, and happiness, distress, or profit, loss, these dualities. So how these are the function of what? Function of intelligence. This is called function of intelligence, Srimad Bhagavatam. So in second canto, I think, yeah. So intelligence, that is called discrimination power. What is called? Discrimination power. When a devotee advances, he has sharp mind. Why? He knows which is good, which is bad, which has to accept, which has to reject, sankalpa, vikalpa, which has to accept, which has to reject. Dadati buddhi yogam jena mama upayantite. Krishna will give that power, discrimination power. But when we are in animal stage, what happens? They are not able to think what is good and what is bad. They just, they do as they like, being influenced with the mode of passion. Or with the mode of, what to speak of passion, mode of ignorance. So like that. So, and also regarding the austerity, there is a very nice verse. Rishabdev says to his sons, what's them? Tapo divyam putrakajena sattam suddhet jismad brahma sokahi anantam. This human form of life is only meant for austerity. You purify. Because we have done something wrong in Golak Vrindavan, we have been thrown into this prison house. Dukkhalayam, this place of suffering. This is a prison house, samsara. So then we have to purify ourselves. This body has to be purified. Tapodivyam, putrakajena, satyam, not satyam. Satyam means in mode of goodness. We have to bring to mode of goodness by doing the austerity. Then you can get immense pleasure. Brahma Soka, Anantam, which has no limit. However, devotees, pure devotees, they don't care about Brahmasakya. They think this is just like a water in the hoop of a calf. Huh? This Brahmasakya also they don't want. Now people in the street, they are struggling to have little piece of bread even. But a devotee, they don't care about this. This happiness derived from pleasures, pleasure and pain, everything. They are beyond that. I think we'll stop here. So, ग्रंथराज भागवतम की जय, शील प्रभुपाद की जय। वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधु एव च